Thumbs up this video. What? Thumbs up this what? What? Thumbs up this video. What? Thumbs up this what? What? You can't see it, but I'm shaking my ass. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. It is your bad bitch MUA, Aggie J. Okay, I'm coming on here and I'm using this month to make this video because of it's November and we're getting closer to the holidays. Like Thanksgiving is gonna come up, and the holidays is usually about family. So the depression rate gets higher and the suicide rate gets higher around this time. It hits hard, and I just want to make sure everybody is mentally okay and you taking care of yourself mentally, because mentally is most important. Okay, physically, yes, baby, brush your teeth and clean your butt, but mentally and spiritually is most important, because once your mind is good, you're gonna, everything else is gonna follow through. And this video is a story time about the time I was depressed. Everybody gets depressed sometimes. Girl, the nitty gritty, you guys. Okay, so the time I was depressed in the 9th grade, my 9th grade year in high school. I was a freshman the year 2010. That is a long ass time ago. A bitch is getting old, like old. Do you hear me? So yeah, I was in the 9th grade, and the thing that made me depressed was I ended up losing my virginity to a boy that I did not like, and then I wasn't ready to lose my virginity. Once I was just like, yeah, I'm doing it, I would just go and do it, period. Like, I was literally the definition of a young, wild, and free. Y'all just don't understand. A bitch was just moving any type of way. Like, yeah, so I ended up losing my virginity to this boy. I didn't know him that well. I knew him. We talked for a while, but you could talk to somebody for 4 years and not know that they're a fucking serial killer. So, I didn't know him, okay? That's what we gonna say. What the fuck was I thinking? And then he was like, popped. Like, I love everybody and everybody's beautiful in their own way, but gee, Schultz was popped. Okay, anyways, next. Yeah, so I just felt like a bad cloud. After I had sex with him, I immediately started crying. Not the next day, not after he did what he did to make the situation worse. Immediately. Do you hear me? I was sitting bawling in front of him. I didn't want to do that. I just did it because, like, I was just like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm ready to pop this. And I know y'all probably looking like that's not something major, but it is. It really is, especially when you're young. So I was already naive. I already felt stupid. But see, the thing about me is I don't mind telling myself about myself. Like, I knew I was stupid, and I would, like, beat myself up about it. I would, like, tell myself, like, why the fuck did you do that? You a bum-ass bitch. You know that? You just a hoe-ass slut. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It wasn't because of what people were saying. It was because of me. I felt that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? So, and then on top of that, like, the things he did afterwards made it worse. You know what I'm saying? If I'm already beating myself down about it, and then he's going to go tell people, like, yeah, I had sex with her. And you know how high school move. If you want the full story time, I'll give it to you, sis. Whether you comment or not, I'm giving y'all these story times, you know? I just would beat myself up about it. And none of my friends and none of my family knew. And I'm not going to blame them. I'm not going to say, like, they didn't care about me or they didn't care enough. But I'm a good pretender. Like, sometimes I can hold my shit together really well, even though I'm, like, falling completely apart. And that's, like, a gift of mine, because, like, it's a gift and a curse, because nobody likes to walk around and everybody knows you're hurting. But at the same time, when you need help, nobody can help you because nobody knows. You get what I'm saying? So there was only one person who knew. There was only one person who knew. And this is why I love this lady to death. Like, when I make it, Mama, you're getting everything. It's like, period. My mother knew I was depressed. Avert. She just knew. She was like, something's wrong with you. You're not you. What the hell is going on? Like, she just knew. But yeah, so she knew something was wrong with me, and I wanted to tell her, but it was like, I could not tell my mother. Like, one thing my mother made clear: I am your mother. I am not your friend, bitch. So how could I just tell my mother, like, yeah, I did it to a boy and I regret it? She would have slapped the fuck out of me. Like, my mother would have hurt my feelings even more. Yeah, so I just held everything in, and that's what made me worse. Things people did notice was I was losing weight. Like, the boys at school would be like, oh, your booty getting little. Then I started to notice when a best friend of mine at the time, like, we could swap clothes. And I'm looking like, okay, how did I go from a 7 to a 0? Like, but at the time, I was depressed. I didn't know I was depressed. Like, and that sounds crazy, but I just didn't know. I was just, like, empty as fuck. Like, empty feeling. Like, of course, when I was around people, I would put on a smile, I would laugh and shit like that. But I was just empty as fuck. And I would cry in my room all the time. Like, I noticed something was wrong when, one day, my grandma had cooked, I got a big ass plate. Like, I stacked that shit on, sis, because, like, I'm telling you, my eyes is just as big as my stomach. My stomach, like, bitch, I love food. Food makes me happy. Like, if you do not know this, you did not watch the 50 Facts About Me, and you need to watch them, sis. Okay? I love food. So, I packed my plate. I went in my room. The lights were off. I was going to get ready to eat and watch TV, and I just started thinking about the situation, and was like thinking like, you're dumb, you're stupid, like, why did you do that? That ruined your reputation. How could you give somebody so mediocre, so regular you? And I just didn't touch my plate at all. Like, I didn't even pick up one thing off the plate, you guys. And I noticed this time after time, like, I just wasn't eating, and that caused me to lose weight. And it was just crazy because I knew I loved myself, but I was just really sad. Like, I just got into a sunken place. And it's like, once you're there, it's kind of easy to stay there, especially if you're not evaluating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there's nobody around you noticing. So, yeah, I just basically did that. And I want to help y'all. Because some of y'all may be depressed. Some of y'all may not even know y'all depressed. Some of y'all know y'all depressed, but y'all don't know what to do. So I'm going to tell you how to know if you're depressed. Disclosure. Big siren signs. I am not a doctor, okay? I'm just speaking from experience. But I'm going to read these symptoms for y'all, okay? I got them. Okay. Symptoms. Let me take these glasses off. So it's persistent, sad, anxious, or empty mood. Empty is the exact word. You're just here. You're not there really, but you're just in the midst. You're not enjoying life. You're not making memories. There's very few things I remember my 9th grade year because I was just there. I really wasn't enjoying my life because of depression. I know you couldn't tell, sis. I know you couldn't. Feeling of hopelessness. So when you feel like, okay, there's no hope. Whatever I do now, there's nothing I could do now. This is it. Feeling guilt, worthlessness, helplessness, loss of interest or pleasure in hobbies. So if you love to paint and you haven't painted in 8 months, like, this is something you love to do. So what could possibly keep you from doing what you love? You may be depressed. Just saying. So activities including sex. So if you're not trying to have sex, something might be wrong. But Decreased energy, fatigue, feeling, slowed down. I would sleep the days away. Like, that's one thing about me. I was very sleepy. I'd rather sleep than be up, because when I'm asleep, I'm not thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Slowed down as well. Like, I would just be moving. Like, everything would be moving in slow motion. I swear. If y'all know that feeling, please comment down below and let me know, because it would just be the fucking worst feeling ever. It's not even the worst feeling. It's irritating. Difficulty concentrating, remembering, and making decisions. Insomnia, early morning awakening or oversleeping, low appetite and weight loss, which is what I had, or overeating and weight gain. So you can gain weight, you could just eat your feelings. That's what that means when people say eat your feelings. Thoughts of death or suicide attempts. Okay. It's our human right to want to live. Nobody wants to die when you're a happy human. You get what I'm saying? We want to hold on to life. Life is precious. So if you're thinking to yourself, like, I'd rather die than be here. Like, I'm ready to die. Lord, come and I want to see your face. Jesus, come and take me away. That's a red flag right there. So restlessness and irritability. Don't get your irritability mixed up with depression, because, bitch, yeah. When I tell you I be irritated, I be irritated a lot. Like, everybody gets irritated, but it's when you're like emotional irritated. Persistent physical symptoms that do not respond to treatment, such as headaches, digestive disorders, and pain for which no other cause can be diagnosed. All right. So that basically means you have a headache. You took headache medicine, you took allergy medicine, but the headache still is there. You have an upset stomach. You go to the doctor. The doctor says he doesn't see anything wrong with you. You can't really get diagnosed. Sometimes it's because your mind is telling you that you're hurting, that it makes your body feel like it's hurting. And your mind is your biggest aspect. This is why you have to be strong and you have to believe in yourself, because what your mind tells you, your body believes, period. If you feel like you're having a heart attack, if your mind tells you, like, bitch, you're having a heart attack, you could 1,000% be healthy and you're going to feel like you're having a heart attack, because that's what your mind does. Your mind tells your body what to do. So if you believe your heart is broken, you're going to feel a tightness in your chest. That's it. That's basically what that is. There's no real problem with your body, but your mind is telling you that it's a problem with your body. Which, yeah. How to help yourself with depression. So these are tips. You could talk to somebody you trust. Once I met Stefan, I was already working on my depression, but once I met him, I swear he made things a lot easier. And the reason why he made it easier is because I feel like I really could trust him and he really cared. Like, when I told him these things, I felt like a bird and just lift off my chest. And I was just so much happier letting go of everything to somebody that I knew, you know what I'm saying, had my back, period. Somebody I could 100% confide in. No judgment. Number 2, talk to yourself. Analyze. That's what helped me out of mine. That is my number 1 tip. People think just because you talk to yourself that you are crazy. If you do not talk to yourself, you're insane. Like, you are your realest. You the realest player on your fucking team. Like, you the realest bitch. Like, period. Like, talk to yourself. Analyze. Because when you talk to yourself, that's when you begin to know yourself. When you ask yourself, like, do I like that? Should I be doing that? Does that make me happy? No, it doesn't make me happy, so I'm not going to fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay away from that. I'm not going to fall for that again. When you talk to yourself, it's when you start to notice, like, okay, this is me, and I'm not changing for nobody. And that's what helped me out of my funk. I had to remind myself, like, okay, yeah, you fucked up, but you a bad bitch. Like, what? Like, you're... Like, what? Are you dumb? Like, what? I'm a prize, like, period. Outside of looks and my ass, I'm a prize, because mentally I'm a prize. Like, I'm a good spirit at heart. So you got to just remind yourself of what you're good in and not what you're bad in. It's a lot of shit I fell in, and it's a lot of shit that I need to work on. Like, I be 1,000% thinking I'm the fucking Satan's spawn. Like, Jesus be having to grab my hand and remind me, like, girl, you are a child of God. Like, but I ignore that and I focus on the positivity, like how I'm helpful, how I'm understanding. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't do that to yourself. So that's what I did until I was happy again. And I stayed away from the people that didn't make me happy. Like, I stayed away from everything that didn't make me happy. Like, you can't even get a high from me, my nigga. You can't even get a secret inbox. Like, blocked, anything. Like, for grieving and stuff like that. You gotta think, like, okay, the person is gone and you won't be able to see them again. But they're not gonna want you to live your life like that. Just sad, sunken. It's okay to grieve, cry. It hurts. It hurts, but you have to move on because this is what life is for. Life is for living. You cannot sit in a room and mope. Sometimes talk to a doctor. If you really think about killing yourself, I didn't think about dying and I didn't think about killing myself. But if you are thinking those things, it's best that sometimes you just need to see a professional. Like, all jokes aside, like, there's nothing wrong with seeing a professional. We all need help. Some of us can handle things more than others. Some of us wear our feelings out on our sleeves. So there's nothing wrong. I'll even leave how you can get help for your depression. I'll leave hotlines and in the description below. And I'll probably pop one up on the screen. I just want you guys to love yourself, baby. Like, love yourself like no one else. Because no one else can love you how you can love you. Like, you gotta love yourself enough to change. You gotta love yourself enough to want to get better, to want to be better. And once you believe these things, they'll be. Just like I believe Advil works for my headache. It probably don't. That shit probably water pills. But it's just what you gotta believe in, sis. You have to believe it works. You have to believe that you're better. You have to believe that you're great. You have to believe that you could be whatever the hell you want to be. And then that's when you can be it. I just want y'all to be great. I just want y'all to be happy. I feel like that depression made me better. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing in this world that can make me unhappy like that again. Of course, I'm going to lose people and I'm going to grieve. Of course, I'm going to make 110 more million mistakes just like you are. You cannot let that one thing beat you the fuck down. I'm sorry. You just can't. Because you're going to make more mistakes after that. Do what you got to do and keep it moving. Because you got to live for you, baby. People don't understand, like, it's self first. And I know y'all mom was looking like it's never self first. It's self first, baby. Because in order for you to be a good mother to your children, a good father to your children, you got to make sure that you're good first. You got to make sure mentally you're good. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. It is. Get yourself right so you can love your kids. Get yourself, because you have to love yourself first to love anybody else. You are most important. Remember that. Remember that. Girl, are you dumb, 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 dumb? Like, you gotta remember that. Please. Like, you're the one, period. It's always gonna be something said. But you have to rise above that. Like, girl, I got to the point in my life, and I'm so young because it's crazy how young I am and how, like, carefree I am. Like, I don't give a fuck. If it does not make me happy, it's gone, period. If you see me standing next to that man, just know that man is my peace, and he makes me happy. I ain't saying in no dead-ass relationship. Baby, if that relationship ain't everything you want and more, get the fuck out. Do you hear me? Get out. Because you're going to find something better. There's always a bigger teddy bear somewhere. Like, seriously. Do you, babe? It's a job. If I hate my job, I quit. Period. You can't. What? I quit. I understand people who have, like, you have children and stuff. You just can't quit your job like that. But you better go job searching, girl. Don't you sit there. Don't do it. It's gonna be 2019. We cannot be doing that. You gotta be happy. 1,000. You have to be happy. So you could be a better person in the society. Not just for the people you love and for your kids. The world is fucked up, and it's because we're raising fucked up people. And people are not being loved, and people are not being taught to love themselves. Like, seriously. If I meet one more person who says like, oh, well, yeah, but I'm not cute as you, or I'm not, I will slap the fuck out of your face. Don't say that shit to me again. You're the baddest bitch on this planet, according to your book, because I know I am. Hey, get up and dress well, because when you look good, you feel good. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. You know? Just get up and try. That's all I ask y'all. Try. And don't ever think about taking your life, because you are more precious than anything in this world. There is not another you. Do you hear me? Once you are gone, you are gone. Don't be selfish like that. You gotta think about everybody else that love you. You're hurting. Just share your hurt. Sometimes letting that hurt go and just letting it off your lips makes you feel good. But yeah, I just pray everybody's safe and everybody's like just trying to do better. Speak positivity into your mind, and positivity will be in your life. I cannot preach that enough. That is the truth. That is facts. I said I was a bad bitch. I just kept saying it. And now I'm a bad bitch. So, yeah. Go ahead, comment down below some things that you would like me to do. Some videos, some looks, some whatevers. I'm here for you, girl. Go ahead, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I appreciate you guys. Be good, be safe, be beautiful. And you do what the fuck you got to do, okay? And don't let nobody stop you from your slay. Depression doesn't kill you, baby. It makes you stronger. You got this.